So, yeah, look, this team's number one. this team's number one. What's on, homies? It's your boy Stump back from the OPTC video. And in today's video, I'm doing a bit of a follow-up to the video that I recently released about declaring this team as the number one team in PvP, Pirate Rumble, whatever you want to call it. This particular team just does bits. Like, it's so friggin' powerful. And the only other teams that I sort of have in sort of the top echelons are Strength, the big time Strength team, and then something like the big time Slasher team. Now, Dex is very, very close to that. I really, really like what Dex is doing with like that powerhouse shooter meta and the release of Verse Kaido. But this particular team, like, INT are so damn good right now that you can easily replace Nami Karina with something like Pudding to get cooldowns, or use Moria for half stats, whichever way you want to go about it. Pudding's cooldowns can be a little bit more valuable, but having Nami Karina on this team is just ridiculously valuable. Having some of the most toxic units in your front line and two of the biggest damage dealers, it's just absolutely absurd. Luffy and S-Hawk both hit so damn hard that once you have them at these sort of max potential limits, like, most teams just can't stand up to what they're doing. Blackbeard and Nami Karina are rolling back specials. Both of them are on a very, very low cooldown, so you can get them to go off very quickly. Yamato and Blackbeard are lowering stats. Nami Karina is lowering defense. And as you can see, this particular Slasher team was very big. It was the meta Slasher team, as I would call it, utilizing Zoro Sanji and Shanks, having cooldowns with Odin, damage dealers with S-Hawk and Roger Whitebeard, the full-on bench of Brook, Cat Viper, and Brogy, which is very, very strong. And this in-team just managed to just work very, very nicely. Yamato didn't even die, so we didn't even abuse the auto-kill mechanic that Yamato has. And it was just very, very impressive. Just very, very impressive. So, as of right now, I do think that this is the number one team. Even, again, without Nami Karina, I still think INT has taken over as the top spot. If you want it to be a traditional INT team, or say, but Stomp, this is not INT because Nami Karina are here, then look, I'll accept it. But just be mindful that there are other options. As you can see, that is a max Roger Whitebeard, a max S-Hawk as well. So these are not small teams. On to the next fight against Strength. This is pretty much the meta Strength team. For myself, I would probably only have Jack and then run Ace instead of Blackbeard. But even still, Blackbeard is just such a very, very powerful character for the Strength lineup. Using something like Sanji and Kobe in the front for cooldowns. And then utilizing Luffy just to go absolutely crazy. If you guys notice as well, this Luffy is level 150. However, it didn't even matter because, like, we didn't actually take the shot because we just tore through the lineup so fast. Blackbeard's ability to nerf the opposition if you have 5 powerhouse characters, which we easily do with Luffy in the front lines, and then having a full powerhouse bench. With the Giants and Pell, like, your backline is still very, very powerful. And even if you lose characters like Nami Karina because they're not getting full buffs under the team, or lose Yamato early because she's utilizing that death shot, you have so much support on the bench and so much damage that having them come in is just not an issue. S-Hawk basically just devours teams. Luffy hits very, very hard. We didn't have any free spirits coming up against on this Strength team too, so the blow-away mechanic wasn't in our favor. As you can see though, we actually killed Luffy on a regular attack. That's how much defensive drops this team actually does. And the ability to just take down, like, what, negative 25 defense, I believe Kobe has right there. You just kill units on normal attacks. Once you get to this back end of the fight, even taking stuff like Kuma's to the face, even taking stuff like King shots, we still manage to not only survive, but thrive. We have a barrier output from Kobe's, which can usually save teams. I believe that was like 19k that we just took on Luffy, and he just managed to survive somehow. I believe it might have been 9k, but yeah, tanking something like King is very, very impressive, even though we are down to like a basic HP. But like I said, if we do lose Luffy, which I believe we do for this fight, maybe we don't. He actually, yeah, no, okay, we don't lose Luffy, but having like Brogy come in, he definitely would have just done absolute bits there too. So let me know what you guys think. For me, this is my number one team. If you agree, let me know down below. If you disagree, let me know what your number one team is. But while you're down there, bell the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.